90-year-old woman diagnosed with cancer, and here is what she said. Norma is a 90-year-old woman from Mackinac City, Michigan. She was diagnosed with terminal cancer just days after her husband of 67 years died. It all started when Norma's results for a routine check came back with some abnormalities. The doctors then investigated and found that she had a large cancerous mass on her uterus. Only a few short days after her husband had passed, she was back in the hospital discussing her treatment. But Norma surprised her family and doctors by denying all forms of treatment. She told the doctors that she wanted to live her remaining days to their fullest, not stuck in a hospital bed, and hooked up to a monitor. She knew if she went through with the treatment, there would be the usual surgery, radiation, and chemo, all which are tremendously tough on the body. Some might even say more traumatizing than the process of cancer. When the doctor asked if she was sure of her decision, Norma's daughter-in-law Rami reported, a tiny woman at 101 pounds and under 5 feet tall. An exhausted Norma looked the young doctor dead in the eye and with the strongest voice she could muster said, "I'm 90 years old, I'm hitting the road." It was with that decision that Norma, her son Tim, and his wife, accompanied by their 8-year-old poodle Ringo, packed their camper van and literally hit the road for an epic road trip. They left their hometown and headed south to experience the beauty of the Grand Canyon before the winter came in. Norma was totally amazed by the Grand Canyon, its vivid colors and vastness. Not too sure if Ringo knew what was so special, but he's happy as long as he can be at Norma's side. They also made it to Yellowstone National Park, which Norma really loved. When asked in an interview with the Huffington Post, she reported, "The water and mud bubbling out of the earth? I've never seen anything like that before." In the autumn, they headed south and spent Thanksgiving in New Orleans. During the winter, they stayed around Florida to keep warm, hitting spots like Disney, St. Augustine, Kennedy Space Center, and Orlando, where Norma experienced her first hot air balloon ride. "The ride truly was a moment of a lifetime," Rami wrote. "This was our Christmas present to her. It was a huge highlight for all of us. It was simply unforgettable." Here the cute couple are pictured at the Roswell UFO Museum, although Ringo seems to be a little less interested in the aliens than Norma. The part of this trip that has really warmed our hearts is the fact that Norma and Ringo, the poodle, have become the best of friends. Norma was always a cat person, but her cat died several years ago. And since then, she was on her own. But it seems that Ringo has found a special place inside of Norma's heart. The two go absolutely everywhere together. Even when Tim and Rami leave the van, Ringo stays within the arm's reach of Norma. Sometimes the two change places. Here Norma decided to take a hold of the controls while Ringo relaxed in the wheelchair. Norma is pictured here one morning waving to her son from the giant camper van with a huge smile spread across her face. Norma doesn't take her health condition as an excuse to stop doing the things she loves, which includes a nice cold bottle of beer after a long day of traveling and sightseeing. Sometimes the two needed to take a break. Here they are having a rest in the afternoon sun after a long day of traveling. Since the start of their trip, they have traveled over 6,000 miles and have no intentions to stop. Norma is in no pain and is still very sharp. She is having the absolute time of her life and has no regrets for making the decision to deny treatment and choose quality of life with her family.